Hello everyone. I'm myself based in Vancouver, and I'm gonna be smoking some hippie headbanger right there. Have a nice doobie for the session. Feel free to pop in the chat what you're smoking, what you having. We're gonna have a very exciting session today. I think it's gonna be very educative. So today we're gonna be speaking about drink and the cookies drinks in partnership with Green Monkey, and we have with us today Tiana Jones, head of brand development at Green Monkeys. So please leave the floor and present yourselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Tiana Jones. I'm the director of brand development at Green Monkey. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. And then today I was going to just kind of go over our cookies, drinks, and give you some selling points on how to kind of push drinks to consumers. Are
you drinking something? Do you have something in your hand for the session, Tiana, with us?
I don't. I just got back from being out in the sales field all day, so I didn't get a chance to grab something. But I think as soon as I'm done with this presentation, I will definitely be smoking on something.
Where are you based, by the way?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Nice.
We see you in person, Axel.
I'm not planning on going east anytime soon, but hopefully, if you're coming west, I have the best welcome for you. You're welcome anytime.
Right on. I might take you up on that offer.
Yes, please come by. The book club would love to see you.
Oh my God, that is just like unbelievable. Epic stuff you guys are doing there. Unbelievable.
So finally, Green Monkey presents how to sell drinks. So we are partnered with Cookies, a global beverage partner, bringing new and exciting cannabis and hemp drinks to US, Canada, and around the world. And again, I'm Tiana Jones, director of brand development for Green Monkey. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. I've been working in cannabis since the medicinal industry in California in 2015. Mostly prior to working with Green Monkey, I was working with the company called Bloom Farms when we primarily focused on like flower and vapes. So coming into beverage has been really interesting, kind of eye-opening for a new category. So I'm really excited to kind of share some of the selling points I've found to be helpful for me. So the Cookies California iced tea and lemonades originally launched in Santa Rosa, California at the Emerald Cup. The idea behind this drink was for it to be a kind of chuggable, similar to an Arizona iced tea. So it's not carbonated. So it's really nice to be able to kind of just drink it down without worrying about too many bubbles. It's great for cotton mouth. Has really, really great flavor. The Georgia pie iced tea, I think, is one of the best peach teas I've ever tasted. And it's just a little extra fun that there's some cannabis in there as well. I think in Canada, the can designs are different because of just the different regulations, but this is what our cans look like in California. But there's 10 milligrams of THC, 100 calories, only 23 grams of sugar, natural flavors, it's vegan friendly, gluten-free, and selling for about $8.99 a can. Cool. So now we're going to kind of talk about how to kind of sell drinks and kind of find the right target audience. I've found that when it comes to selling beverages or really selling anything, and I'm sure all of you have this experience as well, is a lot of times people will come into the dispensary with an idea of what they think they want versus kind of understanding like what they may need or what might be the right product for them. So I've found that, kind of just starting the conversation of finding out like what it is that people are looking for when it comes to the experience that they're looking for or the effect that they're looking for kind of helps me decide which target audience they kind of fall under. So the first target audience we're looking at is that cannabis connoisseur. So cannabis connoisseur, is looking at premium flower. They recognize the brand Cookies. They probably have heard of it before. They have a passion for the plant. They're interested in rare strains, and they're comfortable with paying more for quality. So it's easy to kind of add a drink to what they're trying. I've found that people who are also cannabis connoisseurs also tend to have a higher tolerance. So this is a great product that even though it's low dose, that it can be something that is kind of used as a high extender. So for myself, I personally have a higher tolerance, and I really like to utilize these beverages in a sociable or sessionable experience. So when I'm out smoking with friends, I can, open a can and kind of extend that high and not worry about overindulging. In California, we have options at like 100 milligrams per can. And sometimes that can be, not really the best option because you don't want to overindulge. So having something at, in a single size can at 10 milligrams is a great product for that cannabis connoisseur. So this is somebody, again, who's already getting premium flower, pricking up maybe like pre-rolls. This is a great thing to kind of add to their ticket. So beverage is also really great for the discreet user. So there's a lot of people who love to indulge in cannabis, but necessarily don't want to broadcast that so much. Those tend to be people who are kind of coming in and buying vapes or tinctures, and maybe somebody who's getting back into cannabis and looking for more discreet ways of consuming. And they're attracted by that single serving, less tempted to indulge. I don't know about you guys, but some of these edibles out here, I open the bag and I accidentally eat like 3 or 4 when I really only needed that 10 milligrams. I also found that I have friends who, when we were younger, used to kind of partake more. And now that they have families, they're looking at ways to kind of get back into cannabis, but that's more discreet. So they don't have to worry about, any type of aroma, any type of smoke, their children asking them any questions. So this is a really great option for those people because it's, most people won't even really kind of even turn their head and look at somebody who's just drinking a beverage. And it's also at a nice dose size for them to kind of get reintroduced back into cannabis. Another target audience that's great for low dose beverage is the new to cannabis consumer. So I've found with my friends and family who don't really partake in cannabis but have some interest, beverage has been a really great conversation starter for them. It's very, it's not intimidating. They don't have to like figure out, okay, now I have this flower, where do I get papers or a pipe and all that kind of stuff. The stigma around drinks is very low. Again, everyone has had a beverage, whether it's, an alcoholic beverage or just, soda or juice. So everyone's kind of used to that form factor. And it's just, again, less intimidating. The low dose is a great option for people who are new to cannabis, who are still trying to figure out their tolerance and the right dose for them. And again, that single serving size makes it very fail proof. Nobody will have to worry about accidentally consuming more than what they are kind of intending for. And the newest target audience member is the microdoser / alcohol alternative seeker. So California sober has been really big here over the last couple of years, which means people are starting to eliminate alcohol from their life and really just partaking in cannabis and microdosing psilocybin as well. So we found that a microdose beverage is really great for that customer. Similar to the discrete cannabis user, beverage is a great way to kind of fit in with the crowd, or if you're hanging out with friends who are still consuming alcohol and you don't really want to, have too many conversations about why you may not be consuming. You still want to be a part of the party and the mix. You don't want to have to go outside and go smoke while everybody else is inside and enjoying the event. So I've found that the microdoser and alcohol alternative seeker really enjoys a beverage like this, specifically at that 10 milligram ratio. And that's pretty much it for like the presentation. I really would just love to kind of open it up and kind of hear what people's experience has been with customers coming in with beverage. Have you seen people, looking for that? Is it something that's still kind of, people are excited about or kind of not sure, or any questions that you have?
I'm gonna share a bit my experience. Definitely. For me, I work in a shop too, and what I realize, it's the new consumer. It's very much more easier to get them into the drinks than even the gummies, just because also the fast onset, and that's just the drinking. It's something that everyone does every day, and that just, it doesn't change any habits kind of thing. And that was like a big thing for me. And I feel the category is like growing definitely, like slowly but surely. But I would love to hear, like, we have so much people working in store here, so I'd love to hear what people think right there. If someone wants to raise his hand and mute him and mute herself, sorry, please go ahead.
Would you mind stop sharing the screen, because I don't think I can see people's.
Yes, for sure. Oh, we have Wendy saying that she enjoy consuming them while other drinking around. Also, yes, on the social setting, when you no one will asking you why you're not drinking, and all that stigmatization around.
Right, they look just like a White Claw or any of those kind of hard seltzers that are out on the market.
We have Michelle asking, are they all 10 milligram? All the different options you guys gonna have?
Yes, all are 10 milligram.
Natasha is asking, will this have any artificial sweeteners? I have both customers looking for them and looking for drink without them. So, you have two markets.
Yeah. Yes, we do use I'm sorry, for the cookies drinks, they do not have sugar alternative. They're used with cane sugar. So that's what pushes up the calorie intake to 100 calories per can. And that's 20, I think it was 23 grams of sugar.
We have Ali saying that, yeah, definitely in the summer. That was this summer was for me the biggest like drink sales for sure.
Drinks are also really great for tourists. I think it's also a great option for them. Again, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but in Canada, for gummies, are those available in 100 milligrams but 10 milligrams per piece? Or is it only, what's the cap?
It's 10 milligram per packaging.
Oh, per package.
So for example, there is like gummies where it's like one gummy in one packaging and it's 10 milligram, and it's like a very like $3 or $4 basically. And that's the way around. But it's 10 milligram per packaging. So that's why
okay.
What about the blips? I know they're kind of like not gummies, but they are 10 and you can get 25. So like there's 250 in the packet. 10, 100, right?
Yeah, there is a few loopholes like that where basically a
couple loopholes.
It's categorized as ingestible extract and not edible. Basically, that's the way they go around, and they use like compounds that are not sugar and stuff like this, so it's not considered as an edible, and that's the way. But it is 10 milligram by packaging.
So I see a comment in here where they come out with no sugar. So that the cookies collab drinks more than likely will always have the cane sugar. The green monkey beverages, we use a sugar alternative, and we have one that has no sugar. That's only 5 calories. So again, for the green monkey co-branded drinks, those are always going to have sugar. Or I guess I can't always say always, but for the foreseeable time, those will have sugar. The green monkey drinks, we use a sugar alternative, and the pineapple coconut is the one that has 0 grams of sugar. Beverages I have been seeing do tend to have a lot of sugar. I've been doing some product research here in California over the last couple of weeks, and some of them have, like, I tried a drink yesterday, had like 45 grams of sugar.
Oh wow, but
it was 100 calories in one can. It was supposed to be 16 servings per can, but it was still served in like a can like this. So,
oh wow,
yeah,
pretty intense. Natasha is asking, you mentioned Arizona teas as an inspiration for the flavors. Would the flavor be lighter more than northern tea like Summit, or more like proper southern like sweet tea flavor?
It's more of a sweet tea flavor.
I see. Nice.
Yeah. And the peach with the Georgia peach is more of like a white peach. So it's nice and crisp.
I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
so
hey,
right
Gio.
now. Hey,
Awesome.
sorry guys. Mother duty was calling, but I'm in. I'm ready. I'm here.
That's awesome.
When it comes to the drinks for cookies, right now we are in Ontario. We have approached BCLDB. They are not interested right now. And if anyone on this call is interested, and would be comfortable signing a product request form to help us bring them to BC, we'd really appreciate your help right now. Drinks have just not been a priority for BCLDB to get in that kind of variety. And we're facing a bit of a challenge right now. And we have a really great drink coming out in January. It's our lemonade iced tea at our Berner Palmer. I don't know if Tiana had a chance to talk about it, but that's going to be the next big drink from Cookies. And it's like basically like the iced tea and the lemonade put together, and it's just awesome. So if you do have a chance, and all of you are getting, I think there's 50 people on the call that'll be getting samples or should be getting them any moment by FedEx. Mix them together. Try it out yourself.
They're really good together. I'm not gonna lie. That's my favorite combination. Is the half Georgia pie, half lemonade.
So how do you get it?
Where are you? Who just said that?
I did.
This is Marshall.
Marshall, where are you? Are you in Ontario or are you in BC?
Actually, I'm not in either one. I didn't know I had to be in one of them. That was like a little tricky because every time it was like, okay, are you from Colorado? Like, no, do I have to be? I don't know.
Where you from? Where you from?
I live in Connecticut, babe.
Oh, Connecticut.
Oh.
You are going to have a hard time, my friend, trying to get them in
Doing what?
Connecticut.
No, what am I going to have a hard time doing?
We just drinks. We are coming out with Delta.
They have
9
drinks. They have drinks.
Cookies, the cookies drinks. We don't have our cookies drinks in Connecticut right now, but we will be bringing out the Delta 9 ones.
Sugar cannabis cookies. They sell liquid drink, but Rhode Island sell like the straight, like Afghan Kush, and they got like 20 milligram brownies and stuff. So
I can get you green. I can get you some green monkey samples. I'm not quite sure if I can get you cookies drinks into Connecticut.
You know what? Now that you've said it again, I don't know if you already said it. Maybe the lady did. What the heck is Green Monster Cookies?
So Green Monkey is a beverage brand, and Cookies is a cannabis brand that we partnered with Cookies to make one beverage together. Yeah, so Cookies is a cannabis brand. They do flower, edibles, everything. So we partnered with them to create these lemonades and iced teas. Yeah, exactly. So together, Green Monkey and Cookies made the California iced tea and lemonades.
It's a drink.
It is a drink, indeed.
That's infused. Okay, now what milligram? Because I feel like him.
It's actually an amazing transition, because I was about to ask, because we have a lot of Budtender, how would you bring a consumer into going to the drinks and having the drinks option? And I think we could do that with you, Marshall.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of glad I'm here with y'all, because I'm in the midst of two things. I have some people that run the dispensaries in Connecticut. I'm in the process of making infused hot sauce. I'm about to make, once my plant finish, which is going to be like a week, I should go out there and show y'all the buds. I'm going to infuse sugar, flour, and butter, and maybe Hennessy. I'm trying to accomplish this by the holiday, because my marketing strategy is, when you go to someone's house, you bring something, then bring something infused. I don't want to be up in here baking like Betty. I want you to go home and bake your own, but just buy your infused flour from me. And then I got a nonprofit I was in the midst of starting. It's called Pets and Vets. It was a comparison of what do you call them, the veterinarian medicine and the side effects for your pets, and then versus the vets, their side effects, how much the medicines cost them. Medicinal marijuana, it can contribute to a lot, but I am a cannabis advisor, which means that if you come to the dispensary and you're like, hey, what do you got for this? Cannabis is just like a cake mix. Okay, there's ingredients. You know what I'm saying? The lecithin, the mycamine. It's a lot. but only certain ingredients really channel towards certain conditions.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. But that's a different conversation. Let's we're speaking about how to sell infused drinks basically to the consumer, to the new consumer that like discovering cannabis, or actually the regular, the OG consumer that want to try something new. We have some button. Oh yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna say, drinks are also, holidays are coming up. Drinks are a great thing to bring to people's homes for celebration,
like
to give as gifts.
coquito, right?
Nice.
Right. If it's your birthday, and I know you drink Henny, I'm gonna infuse the Henny because it really takes like less than 20 minutes for the alcohol to infuse.
Totally, yeah. So that's another push for the holiday time. People sometimes will come in and are looking for cannabis gifts to give people.
Yeah.
Again, a beverage is going to be a great option because that, again, is something that'll be good for somebody who's that new consumer or discreet user. So a lot of times when people are giving cannabis gifts, sometimes they're giving it to one of their friends that they're hoping will utilize cannabis a little bit more in their lives. I know I have a lot of friends who don't partake as much, and I like to give them these things or these drinks as a way to kind of open their minds a little bit more, and it's like the perfect dosage for something like that.
Yeah, but you're in California, right?
I am in California.
Okay, I was going to relocate there. But from what I gathered out there, like in Connecticut, they'll call it like a sativa LK. That means that you would have to go somewhere to look up what the heck sativa LK is. But now in Connecticut, they're coming out with the strand names. You see, because I'm about to plant some more auto plants. That's 4 to 6 weeks.
A lot of people in the chat giving their technique for the. Some people are just basically they put the fridge next to the counter, and at the cash they're like, "Hey, have you tried the new beverage?" So we have people putting the fridge. We also have someone, Ali Moore, saying we basically got a loss leader beverage. We sell it for super cheap to attract the customers, try to sell this out, and then they sell by case.
Product wise will only be available in Canada, and everything else is more about kind of talking about the strategy that we're looking at within retail to sell cannabis beverages.
Don't they sell them out there in California?
We do sell them in California, but the SKU that we're talking about right now is specific to Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love seeing in the chat people saying, like, a lot of times it's just kind of asking people, have you tried cannabis beverages? I've also seen some people talking about people in the past who maybe have had bad experiences with beverages that were kind of too weedy, or, maybe even sometimes edibles that were too weedy. I think the edible category has evolved a lot. There's so many more great tasting products now. So I think it's also a great conversation starter. If someone says, oh yeah, I've had an experience, I didn't really like it, it's a great way for you to kind of also start that conversation about, oh, well, this is what's changed. And these are all the different kind of flavor profiles you can look for. And now that things are, that 10 milligram dosage helps kind of keep that cannabis flavor or taste or aftertaste on the lower side. It's much more subtle than it may have been in the past.
For sure. And people are always looking for new things, and always good to have new flavors, that new drinks. It's still new to a lot of people, and I feel there is so much like technique to develop, and I would honestly love to hear if someone wants to share and open his mic and share a bit like the way they like to engage the conversation with edibles. Me, one of my best seller is first of all the non-smoke, because a lot of people are scared of smoking because the combustion and all of that. And the second of all is it's fast acting, faster than edible, because a lot of people have a bad experience with cannabis because they first of all try edible and they become impatient and they retry again before having the effect of the first dosage they ingest. And then they have a terrible experience because they overdone it basically. And what I love with edibles, it's so much easier to control that impatience and to just have like a little bit of it and feel the effect. And I'd love to hear like someone sharing some of the technique like that. Maybe in California, I'm also very curious about California. How's because the drink has been around since longer. How's what's the feedback from the stores, from the Budtenders, how people like to, engage and sell that drink?
We found that the biggest sellers right now have been like the tourist kind of beach cities. It's a great product, again, for the consumer. And we have a lot of coolers. So people can just come in, open it, and leave with like a cold can, which is like a nice push. We found, again, that people that the customers that they've have who really kind of go more toward like the gummies and edibles, they started introducing the drinks to them, and we've seen some success. But in California, the milligram dosage is like all over the place. So we have like our drinks at like 3 milligrams, and there's options all available all the way up to 100 milligrams. But I've found that people tend to have the best experience with the low dose 3 to 10 milligram options.
For alcohol?
I think everyone, I'm sorry, for the cannabis beverages. Because I feel like, I don't know about, most people on this call, but especially a lot of my friends who are new to cannabis or don't partake as much, I feel like everyone kind of has a negative edible experience where they overindulged a little bit, and it's kind of turned them off of edibles, which I find is a shame, because edibles is one of my favorite ways to partake. And I think a lot of people can find a lot of relief, and it can enhance their life in different ways. So again, this low dose option and kind of reintroducing the experience to people in this way has been a really great experience.
So do you have a high tolerance?
I personally do have a high tolerance, but
I
also
got the edible.
Yeah, when it comes to edibles. So that's why I like to use the beverages as a high extender. So if I'm like out at a session smoking with my friends, I like to bring, like a 6-pack of the drinks that I can and share with people. So we can all have something that's, quenching our thirst, helping with maybe a little cotton mouth, but also is kind of helping extend that high. So we're getting even a little bit more out of like that flower that we're smoking. It's also interesting that, the onset of a beverage and the way you process it versus like digesting an edible. The onset with beverages is faster, and the offset is a little bit faster. So this is also a great product for people to kind of build that high and kind of know where they're going to go, and then know how long they're going to be able to kind of feel that sensation, and know when to kind of bring it back down.
Yeah. But you definitely brought a good point that I don't think I've tried enough to sell to actually the heavy smokers, the big tolerance like us, to be just like, it's just gonna keep you going. It's not actually gonna get you in another place or higher, or it's just gonna get you going and get to that plateau that we like to be, when we get high kind of thing. That's a very good point.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times we neglect that customer because we think, they don't want 10 milligrams. They know what they want. They're coming in for the latest drop, the latest strain. But again, that's why I kind of started the idea of like really just kind of talking to your customer and like trying to figure out what the experience is that they're looking for. Because a lot of times they think, I just want the most fire flower you've got. But it's like, okay, what are you looking for? Oh, I'm going to go out with my friends and do this and that, smoke them out. Okay, I think this would be a great option because of all the things that we talked about earlier on this call. So I think the biggest thing, and what I hope you take away from this, is just, spending that little bit more time to talk to your customers when they're coming in, and kind of see like how you can, how this beverage kind of fit the experience that they're looking for.
Definitely. We have a question.
I totally agree. I feel like it's always in conjunction, no matter what. If you're consuming in two different ways, say you're smoking a pre-roll and you're also drinking a beverage, you're obviously going to feel that effect more. And it's just a little bit of that communication with your client and letting them understand that, hey, you might not feel this 10 milligrams but if you try it in conjunction, you're going to get the multiple effects that you would get by just the flower, or so on and so forth. But it's always great to just offer it, and then those clients are always kind of more receptive into trying that, because if you are searching for a better high and a different high than what you're used to, why not try something in conjunction together and see if that gets you where you want to. But it's nice also to kind of like extend your high, and that's also another recommendation that I say to people. And I feel like we have 3 milligram, 2 milligram, and then 10 milligram as well. And I feel like that's a good start for the drinks. Maybe the edibles in our market, they're looking for a little bit more because most folks are looking for pain relief, and that's just kind of it. But yeah, I think we're having a lot of success like in stores selling flower
That's
as
great to hear.
drinks. It's big in Toronto, at least. I know that it's huge for tourists, but it's huge for the locals as well. They enjoy it.
Oh, so great to hear. And I'm happy that strategy and conversations like working for you with the clients that you're already seeing coming into the store.
Oh yeah,
But,
absolutely.
but that's a good way of cross-selling. You understand? Like, you offer a bomb. Well, guess what? We got this piece here. We got this. We got that. Because if you ever went in cookies is pretty pricey.
I think the Cookies brand has, and it just a dispensary has, top shelf items as well as some moderately priced things. But I think a lot of their maybe signature strains are definitely more on the higher end price point.
Exactly, that targeting that connoisseur market, the people that want to spend money in good weed, basically.
And that's where we see, sorry, it's Jen here. That's where we see this as an easy basket extender. That somebody who is buying premium flower, just that extra $5 or $10 or is not necessarily as price isn't as big a deal to them. So that's when, but we also feel that drinks are in a sweet spot for price. So they're price competitive, or they're a great add to extend a basket.
It's like that small item that you add. That's why I think it's a good strategy having it next to your cash, to your cashier. So you can just be like, hey, like, have you seen the new flavor? Like, are you thirsty on your walk home? Because sometimes just on the way home, having that little something to drink. It's very common, always having your beverage around you. So that could be that beverage. And I think, JR, you have some people that are willing to submit some product requests. I know Ali said that he was willing to. So you're definitely going to have to reach out because we need those drinks in here for sure. Do we have any question? Let me scroll the chat.
There was one question that I had for some people on the chat. I saw I'm selling cases I would love to know more about your strategy for cases and who is that customer that's buying cases, because we haven't seen a lot of that behavior. We know it's out there, but we haven't seen a lot of it.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, I can speak for it a little bit. I love to sell cases in my store. We have a couple different selections of cases, but then you can mix and match with like the lower price ones. And so I find a few people getting, even there's regular customers getting like 6 drinks. So then, why not bump it up to 12? And then you end up getting a couple for free. And especially those frequent users that are coming in for drinks, it's really, really easy to just say, let's add a couple more to your order and then you'll be saving money. And we have certain customers that we even order specific cases of, like a case of iced tea. They'll order and come in like twice a week and buy them. We sell drinks a lot at my store, at least.
Yeah, definitely that bulk option with the discount, it's moving it, that's for sure. And we have Natasha, please, if you want to share.
Yeah, so we actually have definitely at least one customer who comes in pretty much literally every other week, or he'll even phone in and be like, "Hey, I'd like to get that case of SMG root beer," and it's it was actually at one point like every single week. It was just an extra case of root beer on there just for this guy. But we also, because we run like a thing where it's like buy 5 edibles, get 10% off. We get a lot of people getting 5 or more drinks because we're on a very like walk heavy neighborhood and close to several beaches, because Victoria is a massive beach town. I don't know why our beaches aren't that great, but it's a massive beach town. But so like people are always getting drinks, because it's like hot. Our output of drinks triples in the summer, just straight up. Like we will go through cases and cases of them in a week from people buying like, oh, give me 4 of the, when we had them, the Quattros. Those ones people would buy full cases up too. Like the CBD, straight CBD with no THC in it. They'd just be like, yep, give me a case. And they just walk out the door with a whole case, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're out for this week. Happens a lot actually right now, or in the summer.
That's really cool. Thank you.
It's definitely something I've noticed too. For all the items that are very niche, so they are the only one existing with that ratio of cannabinoid or something like that. There is a lot of regular that just come and will get anything you have because they know it's kind of rare. That rarity will bring a lot of sales through for sure.
That was another thing, like the new CBG and the CBC drinks. Like those are like, hey, have you tried that new CBC drink or new CBG drink? They're like, what? And then that's a whole thing. And if they don't want that, then you go straight to the THC, right? Whatever they like. But then with the cases guy, I just think like people, when they were doing it 5, then they have to come in every other day, which is, you know, who wants to do that? Just like dime bagging your dealer to death, right? It's like, get an ounce, like be done with this bullshit and let's go, right? So I love the cases thing, and that's, I think, yeah, if you can afford it, let's go. Right?
Especially like a lot of people are saying in the chat, for somebody who already knows they're picking it up and you get a discount at it, you know you like it, you're going to do yourself a disservice not to grab those cases.
Exactly. I mean, especially Canadian market love discounts, so anything discounted will help and move. That's for sure.
They love them in California too. Don't worry.
Who-
Everybody likes a good discount.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
very
but
true.
out in Cali, in Wonderweed Land or something like that, Wonderweed in LAX, it's a dispensary. Oh yeah, I did all my research out there.
That sounds delightful.
No, but out there in Cali, they like, I guess, right, if you get the card, it's like $35, but if you pay a little extra, you get to go to any dispensary and you don't pay much tax. Isn't that correct?
So you can get your medicinal license still, and you can get certain tax exemptions if you have that license. So you don't need it to go purchase cannabis if you're 21 or over. But if you would like to get additional tax exemptions, you can apply for the medicinal license.
There is Ali also sharing. There is a dispensary doing like Thirsty Thursday, and they have like discount on drinks.
Yeah.
Also a great strategy for sure.
See, I'm growing my plant.
That's
All my
great.
infused, all my flour, all that. With green frog, organic oils, and
It's always good to home grow. It's always fun. I'm always having a good time growing my own.
yeah.
We have a pool for the end of that session. We have a few questions for you guys. And GR, what is the prize if the people answer well? We're gonna have a few lucky winners, I believe.
Cookies merchandise tonight. We've got a sweatshirt and a hat and stickers as our prize tonight. And you get to pick. You get to pick.
And how many lucky winners tonight?
I think we had one lucky winner tonight.
One lucky winner. Okay, so it's gonna be very, very fast and exciting. I wish I could have I don't have any cookie swag. I wish I had some, honestly. Someone's gonna get lucky tonight. All right, I'm gonna be launching the pool, and we're gonna have a few. We only have a few questions, but I'm gonna leave a good 5 minutes to do it. And for the winner, by the way, it will be announced by email in the next couple of days. So be ready. How long has it been out in California? Those drinks?
We launched them in December at the Emerald Cup. So they've been there. We had a great summer, sold out. The lemonades really did really well, and that was really exciting. But that Georgia pie in Ontario has been selling like fire. It has people who like it a lot.
That's my favorite.
That's
So you want to
fantastic.
know something? I made, oh my goodness, let me get it right. Cocoa, what is it? Cocoa, well, fruity pebble, cocoa pebbles I infused it with Bailey's. I sold them for 25 a square. Then I infused the Fruity Pebbles with Crown Apple.
Sounds very tasty. It's funny to see that California like the lemonade and Ontario like the Georgia pack, the Georgia French. It's the cultural differences, you know, the regional differences. It's hot
Right.
and sunny, so you like that like refreshing lemonade, and they like that like more like comforting peach, I guess. In
All right,
Ontario.
does it taste like a weed strand strong or it just blends in nice?
It blends in very nicely. It tastes just
Okay.
like a white peach sweet iced tea.
All right, that's what I need. Yep.
You know, I have friends who, like I said, don't partake in cannabis at all, and they've never mentioned to me that it has any type of weedy flavor to it.
But there is weed in it, right?
10 milligrams of THC.
Oh yeah, y'all net 10. Yeah.
Exactly. And of course, in the meantime, if people have questions, feel free to open your mic or put it in the chat, because we are getting in the end of the session.
All right, so who was the one that said they could possibly get me some green monkey sample?
Maybe able to send some of the non-infused to Connecticut, or maybe we can get you some hemp. You could try the hemp.
Oh, you have a
You
hemp
know
version
what?
for the US?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I took the leaves off of my plants and I decarbed it, so it is hemp now.
Okay. Why don't
I
you?
was really what?
I was say, if you can want to share your email, then I can connect with you and we can see what we can get for you.
All right, so how do I do that right now? Do I type it in
yeah, I mean,
somewhere?
do you see the chat? You can send me a direct message on the chat. Let's see. I think I can send you one, and then I'll get it from there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna send you a direct message and just give you my email address, and then you can shoot me an email.
All right. Thank you very much.
GR, make sure to connect with Ali Moore in the chat. He's about to go, but he would love to help with the request form for the BCLDB. So make sure to connect. Ali, thank
I'll
you so
send her-
much.
JR, I'm gonna send her direct chat right now. My email address, Ali, so you can maybe shoot me an email. We'll get you that form.
Closing the pool.
Okay.
And so check the email, everyone, for the result. And if we have no last question, I'm gonna close it now. Thank you so much, Jana. That was amazing. Thank you, JR, too. Thank you for joining, even though you were super busy.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
me.
everyone.
Yeah, this was great. And all these beverage loving budtenders who have been supporting the beverage industry, I want to say thank you. And thanks for sticking around tonight to kind of share all the experience you have and share with us. I think we're all learning this industry. It's such a small niche. And I'm always so glad to be a part of this community and the support that we always get from the amazing buds out there. And BC, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna get you some drinks so you can try it and advocate for them.
You know what? I was not really into edibles, but I've been getting more into drinks actually, more and more. So I would love to try. I'm gonna close the session. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Thanks, everyone.
and you have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Bye bye.